Hey guys, back with another what if. This is what if called my head is dizzy. I'm sorry guys. What if Asta, and Noelle were the dragon elements? Because why not? I never did this before actually. So you already know what element. I'm actually putting Asta as a magic as black flames. Not like black flame, but like he has black flame magic. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. The black flame magic can actually combine with anti magic. So when Asta gets that anti magic sword, the sword, instead of being like a normal orange color, it will turn all black. So yeah. I'm gonna explain. Asta was a prince for the Black Dragon clan, Black Dragon Kingdom. Because I'm gonna do that. Yuno was in his kingdom. I'm gonna say this. His kingdom is actually his parents are actually the Wind Dragon King and Queen. So Yuno is actually the prince, while Asta is a princess. So he's like the prince of the prince of the wind, prince of the dragon wind. Basically, he's a wind dragon. For Noelle's sake, she's actually a wind dragon. I mean, water dragon, because why not? And I'm gonna say this: his mom, the other siblings never got the same results as the mom having dragon wings, but Noelle is on a different case, but she hasn't unlocked her power yet. Until she gets her grimoire, she's gonna start training. So I'm gonna say everything will originally still happen in canon, but I'm gonna say Noelle's mom will notice she has the same power as her, so she said, So I'm gonna begin. Asta got sent to Hodge Village with his black dragon necklace as a symbol of of a dragon on it. While Yuno will have the same, but the back on it has the black pendant, white dragon on it. While Noelle has a white necklace with a blue dragon on it. So everything will go originally in the canon, but I'm gonna say one thing: Asta has magic. So basically, him and Yuno's magic are very large for a young age. So the priest actually put a spell to seal half of their magic down a bit. Alright, it took a lot of sealing power to calm that down. So Asta and Yuno, I forgot Noelle. Noelle's magic got sealed off a little bit too, because it's way more powerful than the canon, because they're like a dragon god. I mean, not dragon, like dragon. I mean, there are part dragon type entities, basically. I'm gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say. So everything will go similar. Asta will use his magic, but he knows he only can use so little, because last time when he was in the forest, he was trying to bring all of his magic power. Something happened, and it was not good. He kind of burned half the forest down. And Sister Lily had to use a lot of water magic to cool that shit down. Basically everything will go similar, but I'm gonna say for Noelle's on her hand's sake, she doesn't get bullied. She does, but Every time they try to bully her, there's like a water barrier protecting her. And Noelle, in this case, discard her siblings. In a pace, she doesn't like them. So she goes alone and practices on her magic. Well, she's very good in magic control in this version. Yeah, basically, all three of them are basically training. Yuno got that don't cry bullshit out in the early days, because seeing Asta train his body and magic, Yuno will actually follow suit and train his body as well. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna say Yuno will pick up a wind sword, because I don't know why. I just love making these guys have swords. Asta will get a sword katana, black one, a black version. Yeah. Even though he doesn't have his grimoire yet, he wants to practice with a sword. Anyway, just in case. Yuno will get a green sword. For some reason, when he touches the sword, it turns green. Actually, I'm gonna say it turns white, because he has wind magic. He doesn't have the spirit yet at this point. And Noelle, when she gets a sword, hers turn blue. So, in like secrety, the three actually went to go train. Noelle and in Marilona's case, she actually goes to Mariona and asks to get trained with how to use a sword. I'm gonna say in Marilona's case, she knows how to use a sword, but with her fire magic. So she will tell Noelle the basics and actually give her a few tips. So while Noelle's growing, Asta and Yuno will meet the original canon part of the mage Asta met in canon, but he had no magic. So they went to him. He gave them more tips. Actually, like the same tips Mariona gave to Noelle. Yeah, so Asta learning how to use flame magic with a sword and actually learning how to use techniques. Yuno will actually learn for this, because he should have just done really fucking kin. He should have did that. So So basically, Asta and Yuno are getting very, very strong in this version of magic control and learn how to use their power. So Asta will actually make some good magic techniques out of nowhere, while Yuno makes the kind of the same but one different one. I'm gonna say Asta can make a fire by one slash. He can make a fire tornado with his sword in hand. But by itself, he needs like a lot more concentration. That's why he likes using his sword. And he can make fire fire slashes. When he touches the sky, he summons a fire dragon. I'm gonna say that's all Asta can do. Like you know how the world does like a sea dragon's roar? Imagine that with flames. So I'm gonna say Asta learns how to do that. I'm gonna say black sea dragon. A flame of burn. I'm gonna call it that. Flames of burn. It will be like Noelle sea dragon's roar, but a little bit more. more the difference. So I'm gonna call it that for now, I think. But Yuno does kind of like the opposite. He makes a giant wind eagle, like wind eagle vortex. So once that eagle flies around, not really good, but you're gonna go in a vortex that you will not survive. Not like survive. Like you can survive, but you will not live. Not like see another day, basically. If he used full force on you. So Asta and Yuno will actually learning more and more techniques, while I should continue Noelle's progress. Well, Noelle's progress is more and more advanced, because Mariona is not going easy on her after she learned the basics. So Noelle will actually make her sea dragon's roar, sea dragon's cradle, sea dragon's... I just said sea dragon's twice. Sea dragon's cradle, and I'm going to say she locks a different version of a Valkyrie dress. A Valkyrie dress, she locks a different version of Valkyrie dress. She has it. She locks another version, like samurai Valkyrie dress. So she's like a samurai version in that form, and it's much stronger than the Valkyrie dress. But she keeps that as a trump card. Now that I think about it. Oh yes. Well, Asta was actually a mentor for how to actually apply some new power to his body. Well, his teacher would actually teach him about, and teach, to combine their magic within themselves to make like a suit of armor or a suit of a thing. And Asta, was actually getting the idea. They actually wanted to be like a wind swordsman. I mean, pretty much like swordsmen. So they focused on what they wanted, magic. They put all the magic and all that until it was actually summoned. I forgot. A water dragon will actually come around the well and make her dress. And Asta, Yuno's case, will be a wind and a black dragon. A flame dragon, I mean. So it will go around them, making Asta... I'm going to say Asta's suit's going to be like Kirito's, but not really, because it's going to be all black and has flames at the tip. Like on certain parts on this thing. Yuno will have the wind as his suit. Imagine the form in the picture. Imagine that, but it's like white. And also would be like his in here, but imagine his, just straight up black with flames. None of that scars on his face and nothing like that. Noelle would be basically like a samurai version, but it has like a halo on top of it. So also, will test out their new abilities and notice this is significantly stronger. And they focus on their magic sensory abilities until it was time to go get their grimoires. But they helped their master that last trouble, like original canon. It happened more sooner than Asta getting his grimoire. So they saved his master, all that. And they will go and get their grimoires. Will get his 4 leaf. And surprisingly, Asta gets a black 4 leaf for black flame magic. And something else came. A 5-leaf grimoire. And I'm going to say this 5-leaf actually merged with Asta's 4-leaf. Making it like a fucking... Actually, I'm going to say it didn't merge. It was just... He can use both grimoires. So basically, Asta has 2 grimoires. And he said, cool. I'm going to say Asta can actually read what it says. Anti-magic. And it says the Demon Slayer sword. So Asta would take that into account. But he didn't decide what to call his sword. This katana sword. So he thinks about it. And he called it the Dragon Slayer sword. dragging the katana. He will call it that. Because since it's going to be his best friend, he will use it. Asta and Yuno will actually do the fist bump, and I'm going to say in this time of version, the royals will never actually go to Asta and Yuno, so Asta will actually have to wait until he learns how to control the anti-magic at first hand. Yuno will actually stay with Asta and see the new grimoire, so Asta will actually use that grimoire. Once he touched that the sword, something happened. Asta magic was actually fusing with the sword. And the demon inside was like, huh? And then Asta was summoned into the grimoire in his mindscape and saw the demon. And he's like, the demon's like, yeah. Yeah, so kid, I'm a demon and I need your kind of help, my dude. That's what he doesn't know what to say to Asta at this point because this is like so early. He said basically he wants his body to destroy those people he hurt the most, like the people who hurt him the most. And Asta will ask what happened, and I'm gonna say he will say his name is Libe, and he will explain the whole situation about. Lichia was actually a queen, but she abandoned that thing. So Asta's mother, of course. So basically. But he will leave out Alicia as a king because he doesn't want Asta to go overhead of being a cocky prince or something like that, royal or something like that. So he keeps out wraps. So basically everything will go similar. But Asta is able to use the Demon Slayer sword with no issue at this point. He's still trained his body like he can. So Asta is actually learning how to use anti-magic with his black flames. And he knows he can coat his katana in anti-magic to make him more powerful. Yuno's getting jealous, like, damn, Asta getting all this extra shit and I don't. But Yuno said he'll find something around. But unnoticed to him when he walked away from Asta, he dropped down into a little cave. Asta, Yuno looked around and saw, like, what the hell? And then Yuno saw something green. But when Yuno walked towards it and grabbed it and pulled it open, a green light showed, and Asta sensed that magical pressure. And he said, what the fuck? He flew over there. They just flew over there, saw Yuno opening something, and Yuno was like, Asta, I think I opened something. And he said, what you opened, Yuno? And Asta looks and noticed Yuno's mana just changed. I'm gonna say this, Yuno got a different kind of wind spirit. I'm gonna say it's a dragon-like spirit. And something caught Asta's eye. He felt a black, not like darkness presence, he felt a magical presence that's calling out to him. It's like I did with Yuno. He will go to it and actually open that one up. And once he did, a black energy will go around Asta. Asta will say, wait, what? And Yuno will notice his magic is physically different as well. I'm going to say on Noelle's turns, she will actually get a same feeling, but she sensed like two magical presence so far away, but she can feel it. And she'll look around. Notice that. And then she knows something flying at her. Like, I mean, dead serious flying at her. And then it will be like water dragon like spirit, but in like a girl form. She flew to Noelle, and then Mariana knows her magic just shot out a different way. So I'm gonna say in this time 3 months they trained their asses off. I mean asses off. This is what I'm saying they can do. Asta can use Black Divider and fly on a sword, but he cannot tap into the black form. But I'm gonna say he can tap into his spirit drive form that will turn half his body into like black flames, and he'll grow a black flame wing to be precise. Yuno will get wing like half like spirit drive, just like his original counterpart, and he'll get spirit type dragon wing. I'm gonna say for well, she will go through the same process. Basically, yeah, that's all they do for the time skip. And then Noelle is physically mature and more distant and more better than other royals. No offense to Mariana, she trained her and all, so she's like a kind of ruthless person. Not really ruthless to commoners, but to royals. Except for Goyon and Leo and Melissa. So basically everything will go as similar in canon, and they will, in this time, Asta can fly with magic or anti-magic. So he can fly. Yuno would be flying the same, but noticing they're gonna be overpowered. That's what Yuno said to Asta. Asta said, "Yeah, I know." And he said, once like fight portion go on, do you want to fight each other? Asta would look at him and say, maybe. Actually, yeah, because I don't want to kill any of my opponents. But I'm gonna say the father actually know who Asta and Yuno's like real identities are. So he will actually tell Sister Lily about this. And Sister Lily will be shocked that two of the own countries of two princes of the two countries are powerful that got wiped out and they got sent here. They would be shocked but happy. So every day will go similar. They will make it there in under like a day or two. And then when the max exam is about to start, Asta, gets signed up. And Asta, stop for a second and sense another presence just like theirs. But it's late. They look up and they see a girl staring at them. She's staring intensely at them. They looked at her and they looked, and then some reason there's like a mutual feeling they know each other from somewhere. I'm gonna say this, as there was babies, the dragon people parents, they actually met, but Noelle wasn't like there, so Asta, Noelle, and Yuno will actually feel like this connection between the three. And they was just look away, not disgustingly, but wondered. So when the whole thing started, Noelle was actually able to allowed to go through the exam. So But Mary only give her this one thing: find a squad you're perfectly comfortable with. And she's thinking about that. Because she really can't keep up with Mary Lona, so that shit's out. So everything will go similar. Everybody will be getting anti-magic birds, but the birds don't even budge to asta, yuno, or noelle. Noelle scoffs that she's passing it. When the flying test came, asta, yuno just throw the broom, so is noelle, and they just start floating. I mean, they can't use ki, but they can just float with magic or not. Actually, yes, with magic only. Asta can fly with anti-magic or just magic. He doesn't care. The captains are suppressed. Captains are suppressed. Like Nozelle's suppressed with the 2 commoners, but the other captains are pressed with all 3 of them. But Nozelle just not pressed with Noelle. Target practice. Noelle, asta, yuno destroyed that. And then it was a battle pushing test, but this time it's like a free for all by 3 people. And then when it came up, asta wanted to fight. Noelle stepped up to fight them, and she asked kind of for a spar. Asta noticed she wants to spar them, and actually applies, saying can she keep up with her powers? And she said yeah. She pulls out a katana. Asta and Yuno noticed that. He said, huh, your katana use it too, huh? She said, huh, so you two are? And they pulled out their own respective katanas and start getting ready to fight. I'm gonna say this is like a 3-on-3. It's a battle of battles. Huh, how long is this video? Damn, that's long. I'm gonna say this, they begin clashing at this point. Bro, I'm gonna say this is like 5% of the power, but the shockwaves are just not really destroying, like pushing like wind pressure like this. They only using 5% of the magic with their swords. And this is going on for like 2 minutes or an hour, and they start getting more serious, setting like magic attacks that's dispersing with wind blasts, water blasts, and everything. I'm gonna say this goes on for an hour. They was about to use their full power, but the captain stops them and all that. And there was the selection. Yuno goes first. Yuno will actually go to the Golden Dawn this time version, because why not? When it was to the last 2, Noelle and Asta will go to the Black Bulls. I was so surprised Royal is actually going to the Black Bulls.
Every year we still scrape together.
Noelle is saying, don't compare me to those other royals. I'm just a person who willing to fight. No, I'll still take care and see why she wants to come to the squad just to fight. And she will say, yeah, she just want to fight you. See how strong she gets. Yeah, they go to Black Bulls. Noelle is surprised at this point. And this is the end of the episode. If you guys like it, subscribe and tell me how you feel about it. Peace.